The Antichrist is here, the church is sound asleep, and the world is hit snooze as the papacy continues to inch closer and closer to enforcing the mark of the beast. And yes, the Sunday law from the Vatican is the mark of the beast. Moscow says that NATO drills show that it is preparing for a potential conflict with Russia. Hakeem Jeffries says that U.S. troops could enter Ukraine conflict. A military defeat for Kyiv might compel Washington to send service members to the country. And Russia has warned Britain and plans nuclear drills over the West's possible deepening role in the Ukrainian war. Reports say that the U.S. economy is headed for a hard landing and the Fed rate cuts won't be enough to rescue it. JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America suffer $4.5 billion in losses as unrecoverable debt soars as people can no longer make payments. German central bank president calls for swift adoption of central bank digital currencies to stay competitive. And lawlessness will continue to abound. A man in Pennsylvania tries to shoot a pastor during a service live stream. New intel warns of possible Taiwan invasion from Russia and China. Pentagon officials are warning that Russian anti-satellite nuclear weapons could be devastating. World Economic Forum says 98% of central banks are preparing to launch central bank digital currencies as finance enters its next phase. Israeli airstrikes on Rafah begin despite mounting ceasefire pressure. Turkey stops all trade with Israel over humanitarian tragedy in Gaza. Police in riot gear break up protests at UCLA as hundreds are arrested at campuses across the U.S. The United States just experienced over 300 tornadoes in April, the second most on record. Ukraine war briefing. U.S. hits China with sanctions over war supplies to Russia. Sun unleashes near X-class solar flare. M9.5 eruption sparks radio blackouts across the Pacific. Images show U.S. military is building a floating pier off the coast of Gaza. The Pentagon says this will cost around $320 million. And lawlessness will continue to abound. A 24-year-old Wisconsin elementary school teacher was caught making out with a 5th grader 3 months before her wedding. New report says that China has hacked the UK Ministry of Defense. Tennessee authorities searching for a truck linked to a Bible burning near Greg Locke's church. US officials are saying that Russia is shipping oil to North Korea above the United Nations mandated levels. And lawlessness will continue to abound. A nurse gets life in prison after admitting she intentionally gave patients excess insulin. And lawlessness will continue to abound. A Texas mother sent a text to her ex-husband saying goodbye to your son before killing him and then committing suicide. The 5.1N1 bird flu has already acquired dozens of new mutations. Russian attacks on Ukraine energy systems have cost over $1 billion in damages. Russian troops enter air base in Niger where U.S. soldiers are stationed. Move comes after Western African countries' military government had told the U.S. to withdraw its troops. A U.S. Army sergeant has been arrested in Russia after being accused of theft. Texas under evacuation warning as they're seeing historic flooding. At least 224 people and 153 pets have been rescued in Texas flood. As famine, pestilence, and war continue to rile the globe, Mother Earth continues to experience her birth pains as the sands of time for this cursed world are fast running out. The prophecies in God's holy word are all nearly fulfilled as the soon return of Jesus Christ upon us